Hey everybody, this is Threshold Training's workout day for Friday, September 4th. So we have two parts to this workout. I'm going to go over the second part, which will help us figure out how to approach the first part to this workout. So we have a 20-minute AMRAP, as many rounds as possible, with each round consisting of the following: 2 ring muscle-ups, 4 handstand push-ups, 8 kettlebell swings, and then a 200-meter run. So 2 ring muscle-ups. Okay, if you have 2 ring muscle-ups or even one at a time, I encourage you to do them and get exposure to them within a workout. Or we can do a high-skilled pull-up variation, some sort of vertical pulling movement. That could be kipping pull-ups, kipping chest-to-bar pull-ups. Okay, choose a movement that is challenging for you, but for doable. Okay. This movement might only be doable for 2 reps. That's okay. We don't want you to add more. We want you to do 2 really good reps of that high-skilled movement. Same thing for the handstand push-ups. You may do these on the wall, kipping. We do this on the box, strict, or I'm going to have you do a horizontal or decline push-up or a dip. So some body weight pushing variation there. Then we have our kettlebell swings. Okay, so kettlebell swings can be done with a dumbbell or a kettlebell. We're looking for an overhead kettlebell swing today. We should see that the bell finishes over the head, over the torso, with the knees and hips locked out. We should feel like we are performing kind of the top of the deadlift, right? So it will be a hinge motion versus staying upright and swinging like this. And so we're bringing our shoulders over our toes, launching at both the hips and the knees simultaneously. The weights for the kettlebell swing are a little bit heavier than normal. Okay, so challenge yourself a little bit, but still keeping that technique in mind. The hinging style, simultaneously extending or straightening the hips and the knees as the kettlebell comes up over and overhead. So backtracking to the ring muscle-ups and handstand push-ups. Based on what you think you will do between these 2 movements, that's what's going to dictate how you approach the first part in this workout. This first part is an every minute on the minute for 8 minutes, working on a vertical pulling gymnastics movement and a vertical pressing gymnastics movement. Okay, it's not to say that you're just doing more reps of pull-ups or more reps of handstand push-ups. You're working on a skill. Okay, so this could be 3 to 5 reps of the skill, or it could be a 15 to 20 second hold of a position you're working on. So for example, if I have trouble creating a tripod with my handstand push-ups, it might be wise for me to hold that position for 15 to 20 seconds in a fairly easy position, maybe a pike position on a box, or in a downward dog position, so that I'm practicing that tripod position, keeping tension to the shoulders, so that when I do go to my handstand push-ups, that transfers over. Same thing for vertical pulling. I can do 3 to 5 reps or 15 to 20 seconds of a hold. Maybe I'm focusing on my shoulder position at the top of my strict pull-up or kipping pull-up, right? And so I'm thinking about keeping my elbows underneath the bar without letting my shoulder drop forward or towards the bar. Here. And so lots of different options here, but see if you can relate these skills to the AMRAP and the movements you're doing in the AMRAP down below. Okay, so that they're transferred over. If you're at home, this is going to be slightly a little different. Every minute on minute for 8 minutes, still the same format. But what we want you to do is 5 dumbbell lowers. Okay, or object lowers. This could be a book, this could be a weighted backpack, that's fine. Okay, we're going down to holding 1 and then coming right back up. Your low back is staying flat on the ground. There shouldn't be any space in here. If you want to make it harder, bring your legs farther out as you perform this. Then on the second minute, we're doing 5 dumbbell Z press, down, 2, hold, up, down, 2. If you feel like your hamstrings are limiting your ability to get your shoulders over your hips, then just bring your feet out to the side so you can create a tall torso as you press. Now, of course, if you're at home and you have the ability to work on your body weight calisthenics or gymnastic skills, please do that. Okay, again, it'll just depend on what you have access to. This could be a pull-up bar in your door frame and you're working maybe on strict pull-ups or just a top chin over bar hold. Okay, you have the edge of your couch to use as a handstand push-up station if you're working on, say, your tripod position or just your strict strength, perhaps. That is totally fine. Okay? Another note on the AMRAP, if you don't have any of this equipment and you're trying to just do body weight, per se, a couple different options here. So for the ring muscle up, okay, what you can do is simply do dips in place of the ring muscle ups. If you need to change the rep variation to make it a little bit more about volume, a little less about load, just because you don't have load to add or your skill, the skill doesn't feel high enough where you're challenged for those 2 reps. Okay, feel free to do that. I would say 4 to 6 in that way. For the handstand push-ups, you could do a push-up variation. Okay, that would be fine. And then for the kettlebell swings, you could do a backpack swing or you could do a weighted good morning jump. Okay, to get the same kind of hinge response and the dynamic quick action of the hips and the lower body. And then you could do your 200-meter run. Again, overall, this AMRAP, the design of it is to allow you to work on a couple high-skilled movements. Okay, they don't come up very often. You have a run to kind of break things up, the kettlebell swings to break things up. Okay, but every time you come back, you maybe take a bit of rest, and then you really focus on the mechanics of those high-skilled gymnastic movements. All right, guys, that is today's workout. This should be a good one to cap off the week, and we look forward to having you in class or seeing your workout at home.